Welcome to Manga Experts. We are back with another top 10 recommendation list. If you like our videos, please leave a like and subscribe for regular updates of our videos. Before we begin our list, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Voice.me. Voice.me is one of the best comic and novel reading platforms. It's relatively new compared to other platforms, but the webtoons on Voice.me are definitely worth a look. Some of the comics on this platform even have background music. Make sure to check them out. The link is in the description below. Without any further ado, let's get started. Number 10. Black Sun. The main character is wanted by a six-circle hell demon, a boy who has no knowledge of the burden he carries or the evil that lurks in the dark, searching for him since birth. He will soon feel the weight of being the last hope of ninjas, as well as the last flame of humanity. This webtoon is really lit. It takes place in a fantasy world where ninjas and demons exist. Mostly ninjas work as exorcists to hunt and exorcise demons. The art of this webtoon is quite good. It shines the most during fight scenes. Overall, it's an awesome webtoon with both good story and awesome art. Number 9. The Ink Apprentice. A girl and a dragon with one wing venture into the shadows of a haunted house to save a magician with no face. The magician is trapped in that house for hundreds of years, so the girl and the dragon have to cooperate in order to free him and fix their own broken English and bones. The art of this webtoon is gorgeous, but sometimes it becomes inconsistent because it's a canvas webtoon. The story is also a mix of good humor and an original plot. The characters are amazing, and so is the world building. The only problem with this webtoon is that each chapter is divided into many sub-chapters, which are very short. Number 8. Clark Walker Empire. Hernandez Bangador is the hero of the mercenary unit. He's working as an Imperial Knight. He's resourceful and favored by the first princess of the empire, so he is called an Imperial Knight. The story unfolds when the first princess takes a protagonist to try on the Da Vinci series armor, and he gets involved in a battle for the throne. The main character is smart and knows a lot about machines. There are some story elements and artwork inspired from Warhammer 40k in it. The main storyline is quite good. It involves around war and political strifes between siblings for the throne of the emperor. The art is also good, but sometimes it becomes inconsistent, but that's not a huge problem. Side characters are also written well. This manhwa is underrated and it's a must-try for mecha genre fans. Number 7. Counter Cube. Whenever the main character falls asleep, he can visit a dream world where he can do anything he wants. He was enjoying his dream world until one day, a black hole appeared in his dream and swallowed everything from his dream world. Now, in order to get his dreams back, he has to gather points by participating in different events in a new dream world where many other dreamers like him gather. This story has a little bit of similarity to Tower of God and God Game. When the main character participates in the events of the dream world, he had to learn many new things, and he can act like a newbie at first, but he gets character development and gets more dependable later on. The art of this manhwa is quite decent, and fight scenes are well transitioned. Every side character is unique in this manhwa, and all of them have different types of abilities. The world building is also done very well. It's a must-try for people who like God Game and Tower of God. Number 6. The Novels Extra Remake. After waking up, Kim Ha-jin finds himself in a familiar world, but inside an unfamiliar body. A world he created himself and a story he wrote, yet never finished. He had become his novel's extra, a filler character with no importance to the story. The only clue to escaping is to stay close to the main storyline. However, he soon finds out the world isn't exactly identical to his creation. The story of this manhwa is nothing new, but the execution of the plot is perfect. The main character knows the events that are gonna happen in the future, but the co-author keeps changing some events to spice things up. He also uses a deagle as a weapon, which is also a plus. The side characters are also written well. World building is also good. Art is decent, but the fight scenes can be a little bit more clearer. Number 5. Devil Up. Silas Reinhardt awakens to the afterlife and faces the consequences of his dying words. He had cursed the gods and blamed them for the horror that had struck his village. And now Silas finds himself in hell, doomed to perish forever. But when the devil offers Silas a deal, his fate is altered. He can return to the world and collect souls as a devil's spawn. But if Silas refuses, the devil will torture the souls of his beloved ones for eternity. This is a real hidden gem. The main character has two personalities, one where he acts normal, and another one where he transforms into a devil and becomes totally ruthless. Overall art is good, but it becomes inconsistent during some fight scenes. The characters are very well made, and some of them are very unique. The fight scenes are a little bit long, but they never get boring. The overall story is also very good, and the world building is top-notch. Number 4. The Mask of Truth. Wu Mian came into possession of a mask that gave him the ability to make anyone do anything just by saying it. Despite that, he still failed to muster the courage to confess his feelings to the girl he had a crush on, not until a certain incident turned his life completely upside down. The overall story of this manhwa is low-key good. It has some similar vibes to Tokyo Ghoul or Demon Slayer. The main character has a good personality, but he is a simp for a girl who likes someone else. But after some chapters, the girl disappears and he becomes way more better. The main character has two personalities, one where he controls his body and the other where a creature called Mask controls him. The main character is overpowered from the start, so that's also cool. The side characters are also written very well. There are some good twists and turns in it. Art is also good, and it shines the most during fight scenes, and there are tons of fights in it. Number 3. Academy's Undercover Professor. The main character wasn't reborn with talent or ability, but at least his knowledge from Earth allowed him to stay one step ahead in this other world. Magic exists here, and new progress was rapidly being made in science while magic stagnated in the name of tradition. Using his earthly knowledge and not bound by the traditional thinking, the main character was able to do things other wizards couldn't even imagine. He was mistaken as someone else and he became a teacher at the best magic academy in the Empire. This manhwa has a lot of good drama and action in it. The main character is overpowered from the start, and there are many secrets about his past that are revealed slowly to the readers. He also has a cool type personality. The art is good and fight scenes are also decent. The side characters are written well with certain level of depth to each of them. World building is also looking good for now. This manhwa is highly recommended for fantasy genre fans. Number 2. The Absolute Gods Game. The main character has a tattoo on his hand from birth, and he is considered as a cursed child. That is why he was killed by the church, along with his friend, because they thought he was a demon boy. However, it was not the end, but a new beginning. After his death, he opened his eyes in a square-shaped room. Once a year, he would have to fight a battle that would cost him everything. The loser will be deprived of not only his memories, but even his powers, and he will be sent to hell, which is a really scary place. This is a colored manga, so those people who only read manhwas can also try it. The story is like God Game, but on literal crack. The main character is a realist, and he does not shy away from killing those who he thinks can be a hindrance to him. He is really ruthless. He has the same personality as the main character of Infinity Mailman. The art is also good, but not top tier. It still gets the job done. This is highly recommended for you if you want a really ruthless main character struggling to survive in a dog-eat-dog world. This manga is a hidden gem, and it deserves more attention. Number 1. God Game. Rayan Asura awakens in a void, bound by chains. He doesn't remember who he is or how he arrived in this world of white. Little does he know, he's been entered with millions of others in a twisted game where only the strongest prevail. Rayan is anything but strong, but does he have a buried secret that can help him survive? The main character has been summoned to the God Game, where participants have to either prove their worth or die entertaining the gods. This manhwa is totally underrated. The art and expressions of the characters are portrayed very well. The fight scenes look amazing. The story is also original, and the personality of the main character is also unique. The world building is massive. Give this a try if you want a survival manhwa with amazing art and a fairly unique story.